Alright guys, welcome to a happy little video. Today we're going to talk about Storyboard That, which is a website used to create storyboards, which if you've ever seen a comic strip or read comic books, is a very similar way of telling stories. It's visual storytelling. So I'm going to give you 3 days for this project. I think this is going to be plenty of time. And I do have an option for students that have already used Storyboard That and would not like to do it again. So day 1, I really want you to concentrate on figuring out how the website works. By day 2, you should have an idea of how the website works and have a good focus on the stories that you want to tell and know how to do it. And by day 3, you should be putting on the finishing touches of your project and making sure it's ready to be submitted for grading. And for my people, again, that have done Storyboard That before and don't care for it, one, I could use a couple of coaches, a couple of student coaches in the class walking around helping other students with their storyboards, or you could use PowerPoint or Canva to create some memes instead. So people that are using Storyboard That, you've got basically 2 options. The website's going to give you 3 panels on a trial basis. So you can tell a single story, just a traditional good old beginning, middle, and end. Or you could tell 3 separate stories, and each story lives on its own individual panel. And I'll show you some examples of what I mean. So here we have your 3-panel story. It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now these stories, they could be any kind of style you'd want. You could do comedy, you can do serious ones, you could do middle school life, really any kind of story that you would like to tell. As far as the ones that are 1 panel, these comics are my absolute favorite. This is from The Far Side. And it's all the entire story is there on 1 panel, right? There's no extra story that needs to happen. It's all there. This poor guy, just leaning up against that door. So you could create 3 individual stories on the panel. So to get into Storyboard That, I'm going to want you to use Google Chrome, which I already have open. Everything works better if you're using Chrome. I need to drag that tool out of my way there. All right. So you're going to Google Storyboard That and open it up here. And the first thing you're going to want to find is the register button. Create a new account. All right. You always need to create the account before you can go through the process of logging in. You're going to create your login with Microsoft, and you're going to click this button and click Microsoft one more time. And it may ask you for your DCPS password, or it may just pull you in like it did for me. So this is your desktop, kind of your home screen. What you're going to want to find on the left-hand side here is create a storyboard. And give your story a name. And as soon as you do that, you have the ability to save your work now that it's got a name to it. So here on the left-hand side, it's very much like PowerPoint. Here's your 3 panels that you have. If you want to change the layout, meaning the look at it, you've got 2 basic options. You can go with the classic or the book. I'm going to try the classic, and it's going to give you 1 row with 3 columns in it like this. And there we go. All right, so along the top, right now we're on scenes, and all of this stuff is drag and drop. Before I say anything else, this website couldn't be any easier, right? So I've dropped a couple things in there to get rid of them. All I'm going to do is hit delete real quick. So along the top you have scenes, and then underneath scenes you have the different kinds of scenes, right? There's all kinds of things. In fact, there's even a more button over here. All right. So I think we're going to go, for obvious reasons, I think we're going to find a school. And yep, let's just drop this one in. Okay. Right away, it gives you all these options, right? You can change colors, change the floor, right? Now, where you get a lot of different options are with the characters. So, again, right here are all the different types of characters you have, and apparently some animals. All right, so I'm gonna grab a werewolf, because why not? I'm gonna have him look to the right, and I'm gonna have him, I think I want him a gray. Over on the left, I can change his pose and his expression, and tilt his head a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm just gonna hit update pose. Sorry, I've got this menu in my way here. All right, update pose. All right, so after I drop them in there, I can, if I select them, I can make them bigger. I can move them around, all kinds of things. All right, so now I'm going to go add a poor unsuspecting student. This guy looks like he'll do. Drop him in there, give him some hair color, give him a little bit of skin tone here. All right, and then I'm going to edit his pose. So I'm going to have him look to the left, and oh yeah, I'm going to have him crying, definitely. Let's try moving his arms a little bit. There we go. Sounds good. Update pose. All right. So I've got two characters. I've got the setting. So now I need a little speech bubble. So I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to type in there, dude, you need deodorant. And that's why he's crying. And then after you drop it in, you can then begin to work on getting all your spacing so that the story makes sense. You can see what's happening. And there you go. There's your first story. All right. Again, if you don't like any of this, simply select it, hit delete on your keyboard, and it will go away. Control Z will put them back into place. All right. Down here is the save and exit button. Please make sure before you leave for the day that you save and exit so that you can save your work. All right. So just a quick recap. You've got 3 days for this. Have some fun with it. Be creative. Thank you for creating school appropriate storyboards. You've got day 1 for experimentation, day 2 to really knock out some work. 3, you should be finalizing. And what I'm looking for is either a single story on 3 panels, or quite the opposite. 3 separate stories, each living on their own panel. And that, my friends, is Storyboard That. I hope you enjoy it, have some fun with it, and go create something fun.